skirl of the pipes echoed through the narrow lanes of Surrey when the Lorne Scots marched to a parish church 1,000 years old. A church which has seen men go to war since the time of the Crusades. The occasion was the forming of a bond of friendship between the old church and the soldiers of a young country. The officers and men of the Lorne Scots had presented a memorial tablet to the church, and a special service was held to mark its dedication by the Bishop of Guildford. In an impressive sermon, the bishop spoke of the enduring friendship between the Surrey folk and the men of Canada who had come for the second time in a generation to fight for the rights of man. And as the battalion marched past the saluting base, another page was added to the history of this very old church in this very old part of England. General McNaughton was on hand to greet Major J.G. Tatum and other officers and men of No. 2 Tunneling Company, recently returned from Gibraltar. The GOC addressed the company and welcomed them back to England after their 2 years' absence looking after a big tunneling job on the Rock. Afterwards, he talked with them informally. In a radio interview, this is what Lieutenant J.D. Bryce had to say, amongst other things.
And all you see is just uniform, 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 because there are no women or children now on the Rock at all. And incidentally, it gave us quite a shock when we returned to Britain and landed here and saw all the streets looking normal again. Thank heaven, with lots of women about.
The mobility of modern forces has increased the difficulty of caring for casualties with the speed which is so often a deciding factor in the saving of lives. The casualty clearing station is a most important link in the chain of evacuation. It receives the sick and wounded from the field ambulances, dressing stations, and mobile surgical units, and also looks after the troops in its own immediate area. The job of the C.C.S. is to sort out the various cases, look after some of them itself, and send the rest on to the general hospitals. Even hospital life has its compensations, and convalescence in the grounds of a beautiful old estate is just the medicine to send a man back to his unit fresh and fit again. Regiment does the same duties of reconnaissance and protection that the divisional cavalry did in the days of horses. If it runs into light opposition during an advance, its job is to clear it out of the way. The carriers of the Princess Louise Dragoon Guards, 1st Div Recce Unit, come into action. Their job is to clear the enemy from his strong point. A Recce squadron has plenty of firepower. Mortar, crump, and heavy small arms fire keep the enemy's head down, while the assault troops move up for the final assault. Taken, the way is clear for the screen of armored cars and carriers to move forward again and sweep the countryside. Like all the rest of the Canadian Army, the 1st Army Tank Brigade is going to sea these days. For combined ops is the order of the day, and no amount of training can be too great. There must be perfect cooperation with the Navy and an understanding of the problems facing the men who bring the landing craft to the assault beaches. As the LCTs approach the beach, the ramps are lowered and the tanks prepare to move ashore. These are Churchill, the tanks that landed at Dieppe. In one glorious day of battle, they gained valuable experience that helped make the landings in North Africa successful. Dieppe was a great combined ops proving ground. And remember, Jerry, next time we go to stay. Our fathers waited for 0 hour on the firing step of a trench. We today stand ready to take to the water. From experience in combined operations, we know how we must launch our attack on the enemy, how we leave the mothership in our landing craft. How we will wait, silent, thinking of the job ahead, and of our ability to do it, our ability to handle our weapons. We remember what we were taught in battle drill. We remember our orders, check them over, visualize as best we can the coast ahead, and we think of what our lads did at Dieppe and how we are proud to carry on, to continue the job they began. Then there's something to do again, less time to think. There's the move to the assault positions on the deck, ready to take off. There's a chance to stretch muscles, look over equipment again, size up the situation from a new vantage point, have another look at the boys on the same craft, the faces of comrades, trained, skilled comrades who are going in there with you. Now we're closer. The smoke has been put down ahead, and we've got some cover from view. It won't be long now. No, it won't be long now before it's land, and not such dry land either. Land and water and smoke and the unknown ahead. And things really begin to move then, to move like a drill we all know. A fast, hard-hitting drill, a drill with the Navy and Air Force, with every weapon we've got. A drill these North Nova Scotia Highlanders are doing here. A drill that will put us on the road to victory. Happy landings!